Nollywood's latest sensation, Love in Every Word, has taken the industry by storm, amassing over 15 million YouTube views since its premiere. Praised for its captivating storyline on the undeniable chemistry between lead actors Uzor Arukwe and Bamike Bam Bam Olawumi, this romantic drama delves into the challenges of crossing cultural divides and overcoming personal fears in the pursuit of love. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Uzor Arukwe himself, an award-winning actor renowned for his versatility across film, television, and theatre. Since his Nollywood debut back in 2014, he's built an impressive portfolio, including notable works like A Tribe Called Judah, Thin Line, Criminal Prophetess, and A Sugar Rush. Beyond acting, he's also a producer, a public speaker with a background in banking, finance, and economics. Now, welcome.
Thank you.
I had to make sure I let everybody know that you are a man that wears multiple hats.
And the portfolio is like...
It's large. It's very big.
What can I say?
Welcome to Arise 360. We waited to have you on here. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm just going to start with this. You know, following the success of Love in Every Word. How has it been? I know that it's different. I mean, not to say that you've not obviously had other movies, but I think this one, there's just something different about it. Something is also an extra sauce.
There's something. I don't know
Talk
what it is.
to me about how it's been so far.
It's been overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's been really humbling. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm in shock as every other person is. Like, because it was a film that I just showed up at work. It was another film. And I was like, okay, it was my first time working with Bamike, Bam Bam. And I was like, oh, it would be nice to just, go on this journey with you. And we just went to work. It was another Igbo accented character because I'd done several, and I was like, okay, let's see what we can do with this one. I did it, and I was filming in Ibadan when the thing just took off, when she posted it, and put it up. And all of us just said, oh, may God help us, let's just, let the thing do well and all of that. And it just became this wildfire. I started hearing, I'm like, this same thing where we shoot, but I'm really grateful to God, and I can't wait to do more films like this, really.
No, the way you just said, you can't wait to go on the journey with us. I like I see you wanted to just go on the marital.
No.
We go on the journey with Bob. Like,
Teddy would have my head, literally.
Just go on the journey with, I'm like, wait, that's not somebody's wife. All right, okay, so now, yesterday we had a money in the studio. She talked about, not in the studio actually, she joined us from Canada.
Yeah.
Talked about the synergy between you and Bam Bam.
Yeah.
And how it was like, you guys didn't plan it, but it just clicked.
Yeah.
Would you say how would you rate her amongst all the people you've worked with in terms of co-starred with? Would you say, as a love interest now, would you say she has been your best?
Actually, before you answer that, can we just play this clip very quickly? I want you to listen to what Omoni said, and then we'll come back and answer that question. All right, then if you could just put that video up there.
I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, when we picked Bam Bam and Uzor to be the lead in this film, we knew they were going to be a sensation. No, we didn't. We knew they were going to give us great acting, because the one thing about my channel is I would never pick actors because they're the most popular or because of anything. I pick actors simply because they're the best to interpret a certain script. They are the best to interpret, the acting that I want. They will give me what I'm looking for. Because for me, acting is so important, because I'm an actor myself. And so acting is very important to me. I don't care how you look. I don't care how popular you are. Can you act? Can you deliver the role? So when we picked them solely because we thought they would be the best to deliver this script. Nobody thought. I promise you. Nobody, even they didn't think.
Well, there you go.
As a love interest, what's your best so far?
So I would say, first off, let me put this out there. Bam Bam is a phenomenal actress.
Yeah.
She's one of the best actors I've sparred with. I've sparred with a lot of people. That was my first time encountering her, and I would say that she's phenomenal, right? But, or rather, however, I've worked with a lot of great people. I've sparred with a lot of great people, and I feel like what makes you a good actor is the fact that you're able to build chemistry with people. You're able to make it realistic, as honest, as vulnerable as possible. Because we had a brief before the film started. recorded. So the director spoke to us, Stanley Obi spoke to us and said, oh, there's not a lot of nudity or sex in this thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. So, and then, so we want to make that there's few things that you guys have to show intimacy. We want to sell it as much as possible. And I looked at Bam and Bam was like, I said, are we good to go? She was like,
you okay?
Is it Jonas? I was like,
you okay?
how far is too far? Like, how far is that? She was like, just go ahead with it. And I'm right, and then we just did it. And Bam Bam is phenomenal. She's a great actress. And I would like to work with her even more. Yeah.
I mean, during this role, definitely.
That's how I answered the question. I'm a politician. Well, don't worry.
A diplomatic man.
A diplomatic answer, but don't worry.
It definitely brought up that conversation about, cultural differences, how love can exist between two completely different tribes. Yeah. And also that soft feminine energy that Bam brought to the role. Yeah. And that provider, I would take, what's that thing? Action.
Achalugo.
It just really brought back the almost like the love that we used to kind of see like in the movies in the 90s growing up. Do you think that art of storytelling, especially when it comes to love in its raw form, is kind of not told enough in our cinemas now?
Yeah, I feel so, because I was having a conversation just not too long ago with Ife, and there was something she said that stood out for me. She said that Nigerians don't understand love. There was a lot of backlash, or what do we call it now? Like a lot of people just were antagonizing the entire thing because they don't understand the concept of love in itself. Yeah. We're very feisty in this part of the world. We're very, very, why I love you, why do you love me? Having so I just feel like when I read the script, and I felt like that was the only way I could interpret it, because I wanted it to be the most genuine. I wanted it to be as raw as possible. And then this is a guy who most probably is not in the same educational status as this girl. And then, but he had wealth. He had something that could make up for what he was lacking. And he used it to the best of his abilities. And I feel like that's what a lot of the average Nigerian man, I don't even want to talk about Igbo people or Yoruba people. If you are not as educated and you can cater to her, you would level up somehow. You would just look for a way to fill in the gaps, and that's what I just tried to sell, and somehow it just worked.
Like you buy the building she works in.
Yeah.
Level up.
There was a backstory to that. So he didn't buy the building because that was where she worked. He bought the building because he was a businessman. So it happened that she was working in the building that he bought. And then when he found out that that was where he worked, or where she worked rather, he was like, oh, I should make an entrance. Exactly. Now that this is my building, I should
leveling up. That's you want the level.
Are there similarities? Are there any similarities between you and Odogu Panama? Well, is there anything that you feel like, me and this guy like that? I'm just asking for my sisters out there.
I would say I love love, but I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not going to buy any building to get a number. I'm not doing that. But I mean, we're Igbo. I'm Igbo as well. So, but apart from that, I'm a little bit more.
You're not ready to buy any building?
No, not me today. But I don't think I'm a little bit more educationally qualified than he was. And I think education just spoils a lot of things, because there's certain things I might not want to do, because of my exposure and certain things. But I'm not alien to this person, so I had to find it somewhere on my inside. So it's there somewhere.
It's there.
Bring it out.
It's in me, but I can't bring it out just yet.
Yes. So you can't bring it out yet, but it's there. Everybody has that Odogu.
Yes. We know we can do it.
Your account.
That's the thing. It's not doing it for us.
It's your account. How far you go. Okay, so you talked about how you worked on set. So that means you were given the liberty on set, to actually depict the role. Then talking about the Odogu part of it, a lot of people actually said that you overplayed the role. Yeah. That some people said Igbos don't love that way. While some people said, true, Igbos are simps. They love. In fact, they do worse than what you actually did in the movie. What are your thoughts about that?
Okay, so For me, first it was poetic license. You know, as a creative, I just did it the way I would do it. Another actor could have interpreted it or delivered it differently. But I didn't do it based off of any ethnic group or anything. I just played it the way Uzor would play or interpret. That was Obiora. So what I did, the moment I became the character, I wasn't thinking of anything else, right?
Crazy, that's my brother's name.
Are you serious?
Obiora is my brother's name. Obiora.
But Igbos are known to train women through school.
Yeah.
And then we've heard a lot, I think I've heard more Igbos training women through school, and then the ladies ended up leaving them at some point,
true.
you know, than any other tribe. Yeah. So if you say that, it's not alien for the Igbos to do that. You know, I know that Igbos will take care of you, take care of your sister, take care of your mom, build a house for them, you know, just take on everything. So it's I wouldn't say that, I don't think that I overplayed it. I did it the way I would have loved to play it.
Well, let me ask you, if you were like an actual Odogu Parana, would you take on such?
I'll do more.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll do more.
I'm talking about.
You will train the village.
Oh, come on.
All right, so I want us to move a bit away from, you know, love in every word. I mean, you did fantastic in it, but we know that that's not the only thing that you do. I have a short video that I want to play, and then we'll come back and I'm going to ask you a question. Cue that video for me, producer.
Standing right here with outstretched arms, you got to understand. If you only look my way, hear the voice I say, I offer you real love. How long must I wait? I am here, right here waiting for you. I am here. Achalugo, I'm going to marry you. You are going to be my wife. I already know how all of this is going to end. Standing right here with outstretched arms, you got to understand.
Okay, now, so you sing too. Talk to us more about this, because I know that you've also done theater as well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about even the evolution of your career and all the different facets that Uzor Arukwe is as a creative, starting with the singing.
Okay, so I started off as a singer from church, the church choir. So I always sang. So everybody who knew me, I grew up in Festac, so everybody who knew me just knew me for music first before anything else. Yeah. So and then
in the church.
Yeah, I was a choir. Yeah, no, well, not a leader. I was a choir. I was a minister in the choir. I led one or two choirs in my university, you know. And
you
then,
led the choir?
Yeah, I did at some point. But not the music director. Head of department. I was the head of department. I was the head of department, not the music director. So there's, you know, music directing is a different skill that I don't have, you know. But I could sing. I've always wanted to sing. I sang for the most part of my life. I'm very rusty now. That's not my best, but
Really?
I haven't sang in years. I haven't sang in years.
That was really nice. That was really lovely.
You should have heard me when I was in my prime.
Odogu no dey sing like that.
No.
Odogu the money has blocked the vocals, you know.
But I danced also. I danced for a long time. I danced even more than I sang. So I danced. I majored in African contemporary dances. So I danced. I'm just like, so I'm a pure theater person.
Do you see yourself? I mean, we have people that kind of cross-populate, that do a bit of music, a bit of acting.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'd ever cross back to singing?
My mom wants me to do a single for her. My mom.
Your mom actually wants you to do a single?
Oh, yeah.
I think I stand solidly behind your mom.
My mom actually has been on my case for years. She's like, you have to, before anything happens to me, you have to drop a song. And I'm like, I'm a little reluctant now, you know, but I think I'll do it. At some point, I will. I'll try it.
Your mom is trying to push it to that. Because we've had actresses like Momotola, Genevieve, J-Mike.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do this? What was that?
Don't do it.
I said that someone can sing.
No,
I said someone has talent. We that's a cappella.
I mean, like Gabriel sing.
Come on.
Gabriel Afolayan sing.
Wait. G-Mike.
Wait.
I won't take that.
I don't like women empowering women.
Those are my senior colleagues. Those are my people. No veteran slander.
When it comes to singing, please.
See, okay, let me know.
Even R&B sang.
Exactly.
All of them sang at some point. Nkemowo sang, or Sophia sang.
Yes.
Okay.
Sophia was even a hit.
Yeah, it was actually a hit.
Jemaitu sang.
Mommy G sang. Mama G sang.
Yes,
Mama G sang.
a lot of them did. And if you
Even
want to
Mr. Ibu of blessed memory.
Yeah.
also
He did a
follow,
song too.
I just want you to follow in the footsteps and actually, surpass the people that have gone before you. But I want us to talk about what you're working on now, because you just said that you were on set when you heard about Love in Everyone. So what are you working on now? What's next for you? Are we doing cinematic releases?
Well,
where are we going to be seeing you next, Uzor?
I have a lot of things coming up. Some YouTube films. So what I try to do is be on every platform. So from streaming platforms to YouTube to cinema. So just try to cut across every distribution channel. So I have some cinematic releases coming soon. There's Raja and the Beast coming. It's called Raja. I don't know if they changed. That was the working title, but I don't know if they changed the title now. I have some other things that I'm working on that I'm not allowed to disclose yet.
Of course.
I have some YouTube films coming up. One was released yesterday. Saida Pampa released one yesterday. I can't remember the title. But
oh my gosh, I can't remember.
but Saida Pampa, it's on B Concept. It's on Blessing Egbe's channel on YouTube. And so yeah, it's just I've been working. I keep working. I keep pushing, trying to grind.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on what I would call Asaba movies? Like, I mean, lately we've not been seeing. Like a lot of actors actually, should I say, stayed away from that type of movie, because now we have more YouTube movies coming out, we have cinemas coming out, but there's Asaba movie like they used to call them back then. I mean, I think it's...
No, so I would say, I beg to differ, because they're still there.
Yeah.
But what has happened is that the production quality has changed. So you can't really tell the difference anymore. So why you would be able to tell the difference before was because of the production value and quality at the time. Yeah. But now everybody's trying to work hard, trying to bring it up to par, at some point. So they are still very much there. Very much. But because production quality and value has stepped up, you really can't tell the difference.
So there's this power, when I say power play, I personally believe that the sky is big enough for everyone to fly.
Absolutely.
But there's this whole thing about, cinematic release and now YouTube release. And, with the success, I really believe that Love in Everyone is going to be something that people are going to refer to for a long time.
Amen.
Because it really proved to people that you can make it on this YouTube without going that route. Not to say there's anything wrong with this. I want to know what your thoughts are on it. As someone who is across both kind of platforms.
I would say that I'm an actor through and through. So I always used to say back in the day that I don't care whatever platform you hire me to come and perform. I will come and perform as an actor. Now, so it was not until some of my colleagues started saying, "Oh, he's a cinema face, he's a YouTube face, he's a this face, he's a that face," and I'm like, "Look, guys, am I bringing in the numbers? Are people wanting to watch my movie because of my performance? Just hire me as an actor. Forget." So for me, I think all of us are actors, whether it's cinematic or YouTube or streaming or whatever it is. All of us are actors, and all of us should be hired as actors. That's it.
Okay, so I'd like to, should I say, ask about your thoughts on Nollywood collaborating with Hollywood. We've seen a lot of our music talents, in Afrobeats, going out there to win Grammys, win loads of awards. But we hardly had a local or homegrown talent go out there to win like Oscars, SAG Awards, the Globes.
Wow.
Like, what are your thoughts on the collaboration between Nollywood and Hollywood? Do you think it's something we can, should I say, improve just the way our music has gone offshore to actually do way better than what it was in the past?
Absolutely. I feel like we have whatever it takes as actors to be able to spar with these people internationally, because most of them cannot.
What do you think of that?
So most of them can't perform in the factors or situations that we are. A lot of them need a lot of rehearsals, but we're ready on the go. If we have the amount of time and preparation that they have, I'm sure for a fact that we'll do better. Check Jimmy Odukoya, Pastor Jimmy Odukoya in Woman King.
That was a good one.
Now, you couldn't tell that he was Nigerian. He just looked like an actor who was right at the point where he was supposed to be. So if all of us, any of us actors is giving the opportunity to do that, I'm sure we'll kick it as we would hold it down.
You talk about time. Okay, so like in Nigeria, the demand for movies, to be churned out quickly
Yeah.
doesn't make the producers consider, should I say, factoring in more time to actually...
It's very cost intensive. It's very capital intensive because you're paying for equipment, you're paying for the actors' time, a lot of us, even crew members. I mean, like for YouTube, you're on an average of between 5 to 7 days to make a YouTube film.
Yeah, one Eboli says she releases one every week.
Yeah, so it takes about 5 to 7 days to make a YouTube film. It takes, for cinema film, between 3 weeks to 2 months or 3 months, depending on how big the project is. So, I mean, and you can tell why the cinema films look better, because there's a little bit more time. There's time to rehearse. But the YouTube thing is you're reading your script and you're going on set. Because you're doing, so we do an average of about 20 scenes a day. Wow. That's unheard of, bro. Wow. I've shot 54 scenes in 2 days. Wow. I'm telling you facts.
See, I was thinking about going into...
I'm not going, please.
So it's very military, It's like it's something that it takes. They don't warn you when you come.
This is so random. This is so random.
Are you serious?
Oh, bro,
has there ever been a time where, because of how many scripts you are doing, that you just maybe read the line of another script?
No, it's not possible. It's not because so
you find yourself like acting like another character.
Yes, there is that. There is that because it takes time to get out of character.
Yeah.
And because you're jumping from set to set, and because we have to make money. Because if you're not there, you're not making money. It's not like, I want Uzor, you now say, Baba, go act for me, I come. No, you can't. You have to do it yourself. Right? So there would be, it's a lot of work to differentiate between the characters. Especially like someone who plays a lot of Igbo character, and then you're saying, there's this one, you want this one to have L and R factor, and then this guy has to be clean. There's no way they won't clash. Especially when there's no space to get this one out of your system. But hey, we're here.
Let me ask you, because of the time, you have to get into character, get out of character. I feel like one of the hardest characters to get into is when you want to cry.
Bro!
How do you get into character to actually, shed real tears?
Bro, so I have some colleagues who I feel like they are very proud. People like Latif. I don't like that guy. Latif cries on cue, bro. Wow. But if they say action, he's going. And you now, when we say they form emotional reservoir method, but the guy don't go, he's gone. So, but there are different techniques that I used to cry. I have several. There's trying not to bat my eyelids. I try to yawn before the scene. I have a tear stick that I had to buy. I have a tear stick in my bag. Everybody who knows me knows that I have a tear stick. Say, this is the scene we are doing now. I say, give me 5. I don't. But I know some people would come for me after this. But it's like a musician having his own mic, a drummer having his own drumsticks and everything.
The tools that you need.
But
30
it's
seconds.
hard.
We need to let you go.
Thank you.
What do you do for fun? How do you decompress?
I listen to great music. I have drinks.
Who are you listening to right now?
Right now, the Afrobeat guys are a lot, but I'm listening to some old music. So I'm listening to Eric Benet, Trey Songz. Eric Benet and Trey Songz have been on my playlist for the longest. So.
All right.
And I have a lot of drinks. I try to drink and just decompress. So.
This has been fantastic.
Thank you so much
for giving us some love in every word, and we can't wait to see all the other projects you're working on. We wish you the very, very best. Thank you for stopping by Arise 360.